The galaxy was old. Empires rose and fell like tides. Stars burned bright, then died in silence. And across countless worlds, species built great civilizations. They fought wars, made peace, and reached higher into the dark ocean of space. But far away, at the edge of the galaxy, there was a small blue planet. A world called Earth. To most alien powers, Earth was nothing. Primitive. Weak. A planet of animals still learning how to walk among the stars. For centuries, Earth was ignored. Hidden. Some even said Earth was kept weak on purpose. The Galactic Council, the rulers of order in the stars, never allowed Earth to grow too fast. They gave humans small gifts of technology, just enough to survive, never enough to challenge the empires. Behind closed doors, the Council whispered that humans were too violent, too dangerous, too unpredictable. But to the rest of the galaxy, Earth was only a joke. Alien traders laughed when they spoke of humans. Slow learners, they said. Always fighting each other, never ready for the galaxy. Others mocked Earth as a child world. Too late, they claimed. By the time humans stand, the galaxy will already belong to us. And so, Earth waited. But not all rumors could be silenced. Some spoke of secret human projects. Fleets hidden not in space, but deep under oceans, inside mountains, buried beneath ice. Weapons too advanced for a primitive world. Technologies built in shadows. Whenever these rumors reached the Council, they dismissed them. Lies, they said. Earth has nothing. Humans are nothing. But the truth was never so simple. Humans remembered. They remembered the old wars of Earth. 2 world wars fought with fire and steel. They remembered the Cold War, where silence was as dangerous as bombs. They remembered every empire that rose, every empire that fell. And from history, they learned patience. While alien empires rushed for power, humans studied. While the galaxy mocked, humans watched. They copied, they built, they planned. For centuries, Earth played the part of a weak planet. But under the surface, it was preparing. Why was Earth held back? Why did the Council fear it so much? The answer was hidden, locked away by human hands. A secret so large, it could shake the stars. In the year when the story begins, the galaxy was in conflict again. 2 alien powers, ancient rivals, had started a border war. Fleets clashed. Colonies burned. Millions died. To the empires, this was normal. Another cycle of violence. Another chance to test weapons and claim new territory. But to Earth, it was different. The war drew closer. Alien ships passed near human space. Trade routes grew dangerous. For the first time in centuries, humanity stood at the edge of something larger than itself. And the Council gave Earth its command: stay silent. Do nothing. But silence had never been humanity's way. Far away, in a secret base buried deep under the Pacific Ocean, a small group of human leaders gathered. Their faces were grim. Their voices low. The Council thinks we are still weak, one of them said. They think we are still children. Another leaned forward, eyes sharp. We have hidden long enough. If we wait more, they will crush us. If we rise now, the galaxy will not be ready. The room was silent for a moment. Then, with steady voice, a commander spoke the words that would change history. It is time. The forgotten planet had been patient. Too patient. And now, humanity was ready to step out of the shadows. But this step would not be gentle. For centuries, Earth had been mocked, controlled, and underestimated. Now, the galaxy was about to learn the truth. And the truth was this: humanity was not weak. Humanity was not late. Humanity had been waiting. On the cold edges of space, alien scouts recorded strange movements. Human ships, ships that should not exist, were leaving hidden hangars. Their designs were unlike anything the galaxy had seen before. Sleek. Dark. Built not for show, but for war. The scouts sent their reports, but many were lost. Destroyed by human forces before they could escape. The few reports that survived spoke of something terrifying, a fleet born in secret. A fleet built for conquest. But the galaxy did not believe. They could not believe. After all, how could Earth, a planet mocked for being primitive, create such power? The Council dismissed the warnings. Fear-mongering, they called it. Earth is weak. Earth is nothing. But in the silence of deep space, engines roared. Human engines. And the forgotten planet began to awaken. The galaxy had laughed at Earth for too long. They thought humans were slow, backward, broken by their own history. They thought Earth would never rise. But they were wrong. And soon, the stars would burn with the fire of war. The question was no longer if humanity would rise. The question was how much the galaxy would pay when it did. Because the forgotten planet had waited long enough. Now, Earth was ready. The galaxy had always been divided. Empires old and proud, always circling each other like predators. For centuries, two of the strongest powers, the Vala Dominion and the Cirith Union, had been rivals. Their borders touched, and where their borders touched, blood always followed. This time, their war began in silence. A single colony lost, a few ships destroyed. But soon the conflict grew. Fleets clashed on the edges of star systems. Millions of soldiers marched into battle. To the galaxy, this was nothing new. Another war. Another fight for pride. Another river of fire in the endless dark. But to Earth, it was different. Earth was small, placed near the outer territories of the Dominion. Human ships moved through those trade routes. Human colonies, still young, lay in the shadow of this growing storm. The Galactic Council gave its command again: Earth must remain silent. Do not interfere. This war is not yours. But silence was never easy for humans. The first spark came when a Cirith raiding fleet, searching for supplies, crossed into human space. They believed humans were weak, no better than prey. They destroyed 2 small stations and moved to capture a colony on Mars' outer trade route. The Cirith commander laughed when he saw human defenses. Children's toys, he called them. This will be over in a single day. But he was wrong. When the Cirith fleet attacked, a single human warship rose to meet them. It was called the Iron Will, a ship no alien had ever seen before. Sleek, black, and silent, built with technology Earth was never supposed to have. The aliens expected the human ship to run. Instead, it advanced. The battle was short, but shocking. In less than 10 minutes, the Iron Will destroyed 3 Cirith cruisers. Its weapons cut through shields that should have been impossible to break. Its movements were fast, ruthless, precise, like a predator striking prey it had studied for years. When the last Cirith ship tried to escape, the Iron Will hunted it down, tearing it apart in a storm of fire. Only one Cirith vessel survived, a small scout ship that fled to tell the tale. News spread quickly. Across the Cirith Union, whispers grew: a human ship destroyed a fleet? The Dominion laughed at first, thinking it a lie. But soon, recordings of the battle appeared on black markets. Alien smugglers shared the images. Millions saw it, the single human ship carving through a fleet of warships. The galaxy did not believe at first. How could humans do this? But the fear was planted. In secret halls of the Council, arguments erupted. They must be stopped now, one alien elder demanded. They are breaking the laws of the Council. Humans were forbidden from building such weapons. Others argued for patience. Perhaps it was a trick. One ship does not make a fleet. But the truth could not be hidden. The Council spies reported sightings of more human warships, leaving hidden bases, moving in silence across human space. Earth had waited too long in the shadows. Now, it was stepping forward. Back on Earth, leaders spoke in private rooms. The galaxy has seen our spark, one general said. They will come for us soon. Another replied with a thin smile. Then let them come. For every ship they send, we will answer with fire. For every fleet they send, we will give them war. The humans around the table did not look afraid. They looked ready. Meanwhile, in the Cirith Union, fear turned to rage. The commander whose fleet was destroyed was dragged in chains before the Cirith High Council. They demanded answers. How, they roared, did a primitive planet destroy our warships? The commander had no answer. His last words before his execution chilled the council. They are not primitive. They are waiting. We should fear them. The Vala Dominion, rivals of the Cirith, saw an opportunity. If humans truly had such weapons, perhaps they could be useful. The Dominion began sending secret messages to Earth, offering alliances, weapons, and trade. But Earth did not answer. Not yet. Humanity was not looking for allies. Humanity was preparing for something bigger. The galaxy did not know it yet, but the first spark had been lit. One small battle. One single human ship standing against a fleet. It should have been forgotten, just another skirmish in an endless war. But it was not forgotten. It was remembered. Because for the first time in history, the galaxy saw something new. Humans were not prey. Humans were not children. Humans were not weak. And the galaxy began to ask a question it had never asked before. What happens if Earth is truly unleashed? The Cirith Union swore revenge. They gathered a larger fleet, vowing to crush humanity once and for all. The council watched with fear, debating whether to intervene. And Earth was silent. But it was not the silence of weakness. It was the silence of hunters waiting for their prey to come closer. Because the forgotten planet had revealed its first spark. And soon, that spark would set the galaxy on fire. The galaxy had laughed at the story of one human ship defeating a fleet. They said it was luck. They said it was a trick. They said humanity could not be strong. But then came the second battle. And the third. Each time, more Cirith fleets entered human space. Each time, more Cirith ships burned in silence. The Iron Will was not the only weapon Earth had built. It was only the beginning. Alien commanders soon realized a dark truth. Every human ship was different, each one designed with strange technology, each one built for war in ways no alien mind had imagined. The Cirith Union screamed for help. Their leaders sent desperate messages to the Galactic Council. Humanity is breaking every law. They were forbidden from building war fleets. You must destroy them now. But the Council hesitated. They had always believed humans were backward and slow. Now, the evidence was clear, they had been wrong. Behind locked doors, Council agents brought secret reports. For years, humans had been gathering alien scraps, stolen data, forgotten weapons from the edges of old wars. They studied everything. They copied everything. And then they improved it. Humans were not inventors of the galaxy. They were thieves of knowledge. But they were patient thieves. They had taken centuries of alien mistakes and turned them into weapons no one expected. Deep beneath Earth's oceans, entire cities of machines worked in silence. Under the Himalayas, shipyards stretched for miles, hidden from alien eyes. On the far side of the moon, hangars opened, revealing warships that had never seen sunlight. And all of it was ready. The galaxy asked, how long has Earth been hiding this? No one knew. No one had an answer. When the Cirith Union sent its largest fleet, 200 ships strong, they expected to crush the humans at last. Instead, they found a trap. The battle took place near Titan, one of Saturn's moons. Cirith ships entered the system, confident and proud. But as they advanced, human ships rose from the shadows of asteroids, from behind the rings of Saturn, from beneath Titan's surface itself. The Cirith commander laughed at first. Even if they have 100 ships, they cannot stand against us. But then the battle began. Human weapons did not strike like alien weapons. They did not rely on endless beams of energy or brute force. They used speed, precision, and brutal tactics. missiles that split into smaller warheads, cannons that tore through shields like paper, stealth ships that vanished, then reappeared behind enemy lines. The Cirith fleet tried to fight back, but every move they made, the humans had already predicted. It was as if Earth had studied their strategies for centuries, because they had. When the smoke cleared, half the Cirith fleet was gone. The rest fled in terror. This time, there was no hiding the truth. Alien worlds saw the recordings. Entire populations watched in silence as humans, those primitive creatures from the forgotten planet, tore apart a fleet that should have been invincible. The galaxy's laughter stopped. Now there was only fear. On the Cirith homeworld, panic spread. Protests filled the streets. Citizens shouted at their leaders, "How could this happen? How could we lose to humans?" The Cirith High Council blamed each other. Some demanded peace. Others demanded revenge. But none could agree, for none truly understood what humanity had become. The Vala Dominion watched with hungry eyes. They had once mocked Earth, but now they saw an opportunity. If humans could fight the Cirith so fiercely, perhaps the Dominion could use them as allies, or as weapons. Secret envoys were sent again. But Earth's answer was the same: silence. In the chambers of the Galactic Council, fear turned into rage. "We should have ended them long ago," one elder shouted. "We warned you," another whispered. "We always knew humans were dangerous." But still, no decision was made. For even the Council, with all its power, was afraid. If they attacked Earth and failed, their authority would be broken forever. If they did nothing, Earth would rise stronger every day. On Earth, the leaders gathered once more. "They will come for us soon," one said. "Let them," another answered. "They think they know war. But they have never fought humans who are free." In the silence, a single voice spoke the truth. "We have been underestimated. We have been held back. Now the galaxy will see us as we are. We will not hide anymore." The room was filled with grim nods. No cheers, no celebration. Only resolve. The galaxy now understood a piece of the truth. Earth was not weak. Earth was not late. Earth had been waiting, watching, learning, and now, it was beginning to reveal its power. But the galaxy had not yet seen the full picture. The hidden fleets were only the start. The true weapons of Earth, the ones that had been kept in silence for generations, had not yet been revealed. And when they were, the galaxy would never be the same. The Cirith Union licked its wounds, plotting revenge. The Vala Dominion waited, calculating. The Council whispered in fear. And far away, on a small blue planet, engines burned as new ships left their hidden docks. The war had not yet truly begun. But when it did, the galaxy would remember this moment. The moment when Earth unveiled its power. The galaxy had seen sparks of human power. A fleet destroyed here. A battle won there. For some, it was a warning. For others, it was only a curiosity. But for the Galactic Council, it was something else, a threat that could not be ignored. In their great chamber, under the cold light of alien suns, the Council made its decision. Humanity must be stopped. Not with whispers. Not with spies. Not with small fleets. With war. And so, for the first time in centuries, the Council did what it had always feared: it united the empires. From the Vala Dominion came towering warships, bristling with plasma cannons. From the Cirith Union came endless swarms of frigates, fast and sharp like blades. From the lesser empires came carriers, bombers, siege engines of war. In secret docks across the stars, the largest armada in galactic history was built. Thousands of ships, millions of soldiers, all forged for one purpose: to crush the humans before they could rise. To the galaxy, it was a simple plan. Earth was strong, yes, but still small. Against such force, no species could survive. Or so they thought. On Earth, humanity knew the storm was coming. Scouts reported massive fleets moving in silence. Outposts at the edge of human space went dark, destroyed without warning. The skies above Earth filled with new warships, dark silhouettes against the stars. But there was no panic. For this was what humanity had prepared for. In hidden bases across the solar system, humans armed their deadliest creations. Satellites disguised as rocks unfolded into weapons. Drones the size of insects woke from hibernation, ready to swarm. Entire moons became fortresses, their surfaces bristling with cannons. Every lesson from human history, every war, every tactic, it had all been studied, all turned into a single strategy: survival through total war. The first wave of the Council's armada entered human space near Neptune. Their commanders expected no resistance, only fear. Instead, they found silence. The system looked empty. No ships, no defenses. They laughed. But then the stars came alive. Hidden cannons fired from the dark. Mines exploded beneath their fleets. Human ships appeared from nowhere, striking like predators. The aliens fired back, but every time they moved, the humans were one step ahead. The first wave, nearly 200 ships, was destroyed in less than an hour. The Council was furious. They sent more. Thousands more. This time, the battles spread across the solar system. Over Mars, alien dreadnoughts rained fire on human colonies. The surface shook, but hidden bunkers released missile storms that cut the dreadnoughts to pieces. Near Jupiter, swarms of Cirith frigates surrounded a lone human cruiser. They thought victory was theirs, until the cruiser detonated, sacrificing itself to take them all in a blinding explosion. At Saturn, human stealth ships slipped into enemy lines, destroying carriers before vanishing again. Everywhere the armada struck, humans answered with fire. For the first time, the galaxy felt something it had not known in centuries: fear. The aliens had numbers. They had power. But the humans had something greater: will. Humans fought like no other species. They did not retreat, they did not beg, they did not break. Every soldier fought as if the survival of their entire world rested on their shoulders, because it did. Alien commanders whispered to each other in dread. They fight like demons, some said. They fight as if they have nothing to lose, said others. But the truth was worse. Humans fought not only to survive, they fought to win. The Council refused to accept defeat. They gathered the full armada, the combined power of 100 worlds, and launched it at Earth itself. The skies above the blue planet turned black with ships. It was the largest fleet the galaxy had ever seen, and humanity welcomed it. From the oceans, titanic submarines rose, firing weapons that pierced the void. From mountains, hidden silos opened, launching swarms of missiles into orbit. From space, the great human fleets emerged, thousands of ships once hidden, now revealed. The battle that followed was unlike anything in history. 4 days, the war raged. Earth shook as fire lit the skies. Moons were shattered. Asteroids were broken into dust. The solar system itself became a battlefield. Alien fleets fought with fury, but humans answered with brutality. Every weakness was struck, every mistake punished. Where the Council expected surrender, they found defiance. Where they expected fear, they found courage. At last, the armada began to break. Vala warships, once proud, fled into the dark. Cirith frigates, once fearless, scattered in chaos. The united armada, meant to crush humanity, was burning in the silence of space. And Earth still stood. For the first time, the galaxy understood the full truth. Humanity was not just another species. Humanity was not a mistake. Humanity was not prey. Humanity was war. And war had come to the galaxy. The war was over. The greatest armada the galaxy had ever seen, thousands of ships, millions of soldiers, the combined pride of 100 empires, was gone. Burned, broken, scattered across the solar system like dust. The aliens had believed Earth would fall in a single strike. Instead, Earth stood victorious, scarred but unbroken. The forgotten planet had done the impossible. And now, Silence filled the galaxy. Worlds across the stars held their breath. News spread faster than light, carried by smugglers, spies, and terrified survivors. They spoke of human fleets that moved like shadows, of weapons that tore through shields as if they were nothing, of soldiers who fought to the last breath, never surrendering, never retreating. And they spoke of something worse, the way humans looked at war. Not as tragedy, not as burden, but as something they understood better than anyone else. The galaxy had seen many battles, but it had never seen war like this. On the ruins of the Council's flagship, drifting lifeless near the orbit of Mars, a small group of survivors were captured. Alien leaders, broken and humiliated, now stood before the humans. Among them was a Cirith commander, his scales dark with shame. He looked at the human general and whispered, almost in disbelief, "You were never weak. You were waiting." The general said nothing. His silence was enough. But humanity's victory was not just for itself. It was a message. Across the solar system, powerful transmitters were activated. For the first time, Earth spoke not to one world, not to one empire, but to the entire galaxy. The voice that carried across the stars was calm, steady, unshaken. "This is humanity. For too long, we were held back. For too long, we were called weak, primitive, unworthy. You laughed at us. You controlled us. You thought we were nothing." The voice grew harder, colder. "But now you know the truth. We were not weak. We were waiting. We were learning. And now, we are ready." Millions of alien worlds listened in silence. "We did not start this war, but we ended it. And if you bring war to us again, know this: humanity does not forgive. Humanity does not break. Humanity fights until nothing is left. We will not be prey. We will not be controlled. From this day forward, you will see us as we truly are." The final words echoed like thunder. We are war. And now, the galaxy will know us. On distant worlds, alien rulers shivered in fear. The Cirith Union, once so proud, now lay in ruins. Its fleets destroyed, its people broken, its empire crumbling under the weight of defeat. The Vala Dominion, though untouched directly, trembled at the thought of facing humans in battle. Their leaders debated in secret. Should they ally with Earth, or prepare for the day humans turned their eyes toward them? And the Galactic Council, what was left of it, was silent. Their authority shattered. Their unity destroyed. Their arrogance revealed as weakness. The galaxy they had ruled for centuries was now changed forever. But on Earth, there was no celebration. The skies above the planet were filled with wreckage. Moons scarred, colonies damaged, cities in ruins. Humanity had won, but it had paid the price in blood. And yet, even in the ashes, humanity stood tall. In command centers and hidden bunkers, leaders looked to the stars not with fear, but with determination. "Now they know," one whispered. "Now they will never forget," another replied. For the first time, the galaxy did not look at Earth with laughter. It looked with fear, with respect, with a heavy knowledge that a new power had risen, one that would never again be ignored. The forgotten planet had been forgotten no longer. In the shadows of space, alien worlds began to whisper to one another. Will humanity rule us? Will they conquer us? Or will they destroy us? No one knew the answer. For humanity had not said what it truly wanted. They had only promised one thing, that if war came, they would fight it better than anyone. And so, the galaxy held its breath. Some hoped humanity would bring order. Some feared humanity would bring fire. But all knew one truth. Humanity had been held back for too long. Now, unleashed, it would never be stopped. In the silence of deep space, the wreckage of fleets drifted. Among them, a lone human ship powered its engines and turned toward the stars. Its name was painted in bold letters on the hull. The Iron Will. The same ship that had lit the first spark. Now, It carried the message of humanity into the galaxy. A promise. A warning. A beginning. Because the war was not truly over. It had only just begun.